Hello, Veronica here. What's the point of having a reading at all? I'm thinking of three groups of people. There are people who go, Meshuggah, weird stuff. And there are people who say, I've had a lot of readings, but it didn't help me at all. And there are people who say, boy, oh boy, with a reading I pole vault into my true self and my life changes. That's the group I'd really like to talk to. Actually, I don't care which of the groups I talk to. I want to say to you that each of us has a dharma, a soul journey, a sort of prescribed passage of perhaps events or vibrational pools of energy. And when you get through those, you get more clarity and you get more, purpose in your life. You get more of a feeling of fulfillment. And readings are really meant to help you dig out of your soul journey, dig out of your past life reactions, some of the reactions that are keeping you from love, from finances, from, I would say at a deeper level, from really feeling fulfilled in your life. It's not just about money, it's not just about relationship. There's a connection deep within you that when you touch that vein of gold, when you touch what your purpose is, your dharma, you always feel kind of refreshed, kind of fulfilled. It's interesting because your life could be falling apart all over the place and inside you're feeling more and more fulfilled. So how do we get to that? Well, I'm a reader. So I'm going to talk about this wonderful woman I've recently gotten to know. And inside she wants love and relationship and fame and personal evolution, and she wants to become an intuitive herself. And what's in the way? So we take a look at her soul's journey, and those various things she wants are sitting right there. I see this amazing map of potentials. Not necessarily what's going to happen, because predictions really don't work that well these days. There's so much change in the whole universal fields that you cannot say A plus B equals C. It's more like I think a game of snooker balls where the balls go all over the table and you kind of chase them down, and a lot of the action happens when they bang into each other. So for my friend that I was talking about, she has deep within her soul journey the art of loving. But what's happening as she's learning about it is she's running into more potential mates that are not loving with her, but they're setting up an awareness of ancient reactions she has inside of herself. Perhaps a disgust with the male patriarchy, perhaps an old abuse issue that comes up, perhaps this illusion that takes her over that this is a very sparkly looking guy, and deep down she doesn't pay attention to what's going on in her body-mind. You could say, well, how can you do that? Well, when she meets somebody, very often there's a kind of a stomach ache or a funny pulse in the heart. Not just the biochemical rushes that we get when we meet somebody who's sexually exciting or something, but a kind of an excitement and a thrill, but also inside there's a weight in her heart. Something that reminds her of something in the past, but she dismisses it. A lot of us do that. So she's on Match.com or one of those wonderful sites. And she keeps meeting these men who over and over and over again reflect the same problem in her, is that she remains blind or unaware to the abuse patterns or the self-negating patterns or the ancient disappointment patterns in her. So in comes Prince Charming with his white horse. They go out together and they have a wonderful time for about 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden, he is demanding, arrogant, moody. His life is messed up and she didn't know that. And it's happened 5 times in the short period of time that I've known her. But it's a wonderful, almost a caricature of what happens for all of us. Very few of the people that I know have found their true love when they're very young and had it work its way through their entire life journey. And most of us have to face over and over again. Usually it becomes reflected in the way our life plays out. We get in touch with the old programs that we built up inside of ourselves. I'm not allowed to be free. I have to praise my man and keep myself small. That's an old patriarchal rule, isn't it? Most of us have moved beyond that. But that doesn't mean that your belly isn't full of these interesting little edicts that came from past social culturing or soul culturing, if you will. Stuff that's happened to you in your soul's journey. So I want to say that a reading is a very interesting thing. Not only do you pick up on that one subject about relationship, but the other thing we do is we try to move with the energy and help unhook a person's perhaps hidden inner edict, the demand that means that you're going to vibrate and meet someone who comes back and meets your old densities. We can move a lot of that energy aside so that who you meet is the next step up, if not even a lot more clarity. Because ultimately, when you meet people in relationship and you want a long-term relationship, you have to meet people that are expanding, transforming, uplifting, healing, eager for the awakening, eager for the change. Or else your relationship is going to have to stifle you at some point, and these old densities and old programs will dominate. And as you can see lately, many, many people get divorced. A lot of people are getting divorced. And I'm saying you don't want to do that. You want to find who's awakening and only hang out with those people that are moving and a grooving with change. That, I believe, is the true source of love, and I believe relationship readings are really helpful for people to scour out old densities to prevent them from awakening. So call me if you're interested in exploring yourself and relationship, or even just your potential. Thank you for watching.